That's not what it's saying. It's saying, if you're not moved in the depths of who you are, to want to go take care of people who don't have anything, then you never understood what God did for you. You never understood that you were the least of these. You never understood that the only thing we ever bring to God is our need. And if you think you brought more than your need to God, like he's, oh, I needed you. Oh, yes, thank you, sir. Then you did not understand. And you come with too much. Right? Amen? And so, let us not just love in word and talk. Let us love in deed and truth. That's some powerful stuff, man. And that's why we team up with these people called Compassion. That's why we got these little kids in a bag, you know? We bring them out.
Kids in a bag? Oh my God.
Poor use of words, okay.
Yeah.
And I know some of you like, look, if I see someone who's in need, look, bro, you want to talk about sponsorships? You want to talk about the least of these? That's me, man. I need a sponsor. I spent the last of my money to buy a ticket to your show, so get off my back.
Oh my God.
I get it. But real quick survey, question. How many of you guys ate today? Raise your hand.
8.
Okay, most of you. Okay, how many of you guys are going to sleep in a bed tonight? Raise your hand. How many of you guys are wearing clothes right now?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't touch him, that's gross. How many of you guys could buy a candy bar right now if you wanted? Or you could get your parents to buy you one for you? Dude, check this out. If you said yes, I just want to put things in perspective. If you said yes to those 4 things, you just placed yourself in the top 10% of the richest people in the world. Now I really feel guilty. Look, I don't know about you, when I heard that, the first thing I did is I got angry at God. I was like, wait. 90% of the world is struggling to have their basic needs met, and you own cattle on 1,000 hills? Why don't you do something? You could snap your fingers. It's cheeseburgers for everybody. Come on, God, get off that holy throne of yours and come and meet us here. And you know what Jesus said? I did. Don't you know that I was the top 1%? And I gave it up and became the least of these. In fact, a servant, even a servant unto death, so that you could have life. Bro, that's what I'm all about. And that's why I made you and put you on this earth. So the same mindset that was in me could be in you, and you could do for others what I did for you. Amen?
Yeah.
So, Jesus said, whatever you do, the least of these you do unto me. I got little Jesuses in a bag, all right? Not just little kids. And I want some of you to consider maybe sponsoring one of these kids. The last thing I'll say is that it costs about 2 mochas a week. Some of you are like, I had 2 mochas this morning before I woke up. I have injected into my vein.
Oh my God.
Caffeine is like the Christian cocaine, you know? We're all about it. We got coffee shops in our churches, man.
Oh, man. I started drinking coffee.
They call them shots, you know. I'm digressing here. My point in saying that, though, is the first time I sponsored my kid was because someone reminded me. They're like, how many mochas a week do you drink? And I was like, I drink one every day. I love them. And they were like, bro, you could drink regular coffee. You don't even have to give up coffee. You just have to give up the milky coffee. And out of your luxury, if you just gave up a little of your luxury, you could meet the necessity of the world. Yo, that's a heavy call. Because the first time someone told me about this, I was like, yo, bro, I got to pray about that, man. That's a big responsibility. And you know what the guy said to me? He's like, okay, I just hope you pray about how many mochas you drink, too. Ouch. Because here's the deal. I do want to say this. I'm going to show you a little video here. Just to give you one more perspective. But if you're feeling guilty right now, here's the really good news. We really don't want you to even think about sponsoring a kid, because 1 Corinthians 13 is really clear that you could give every cent you have to the poor, but if you didn't do it out of love, it's worthless anyway, right?
Mm.
And I don't think you would keep up with it. I don't think you would really keep sponsoring them for 7 years if you were guilted into it. We know this girl in California. She's 17, and she works 3 jobs to sponsor 16 compassion kids.
Oh my God.
I really feel guilty. And I say that to say guilt doesn't do that. Love does. And Jesus said he came to bind up the brokenhearted and to set the captives free. Yo, if that was Jesus' mission, then that has to be ours. And if that's not somewhere in the depths of who you are, then I would say to you, my friends, you need to take a longer look at the cross. Okay? So let me just show you this last video, and then we'll toss out some kids in a bag.